So, hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. We are actually sitting at my little brother's desk today, because I kind of took it over since he's at college. Sorry, not sorry, Sean. But today we are talking about what I did in Preptober to prepare for NaNoWriMo, because today is the first day of NaNoWriMo, which means I'm writing my butt off. And it means that this is definitely pre-filmed. I decided to be very proactive this time. So what did I do in Preptober to prepare for NaNoWriMo? Well, I printed off a bunch of resources which will be actually linked below. There's a lot of great blogs in there, and I will definitely be talking about that later in the month or possibly next year, depending on how on top of everything I am. But I printed those off, started a notebook, and that's where that's at. I had a really great idea for a story. I was really excited about the story, but the more that I got into planning it and thinking about the characters, the more I realized I really want more than a month to plan out this novel, which I just realized last night, because NaNoWriMo is a week away and there's no way that I'm getting this as planned as I want. I really want this planned out. I really want story arcs planned out, because right now it's a very bare bones story. So I wanted to fill it out a little bit more before I started writing it, before I started working on it. So, unfortunately, the story that I announced in my last video, which will be linked below and up above, will not be happening. That story did actually get a title. It's called The Kitten, but it is being put on hold. I actually ended up fleshing that out into sort of a series about multiple different characters in this situation, in this world. And I think it's going to be like a 6-book series following, we're following 6 different characters, and we're following a different character in each book, going through very similar situations. It's all laid out the same, where it's in their current lives, but they're flashing back to this time in their life where things weren't that great, where they're interacting with one another. Except for the last book, which I'm not going to spoil. But that is definitely becoming a much bigger series than, a much bigger project than I thought it was. So that project is being put on the shelf for NaNoWriMo. Unfortunately, I was so excited for it and I was so prepared to work on this story, but I just want to flesh out the characters a little bit more. I'm having a lot of problems with the villain and figuring out how he got to where he is. So I'm really just having an issue with his backstory. I'm having an issue with putting the lovable companion together. I'm just having a few issues with it that I really just don't feel comfortable going into NaNoWriMo with what I have currently planned. So instead, we're just going to go without a plan. I'm going to be a pantser this year, I guess. The last few times that I've done NaNoWriMo, I've always had a general idea of what I wanted to do. It was not totally fleshed out, but there was some concrete idea of what I wanted to do. So now that we're a week away from NaNoWriMo, while I'm filming this, once again, when you're watching this, it's probably much closer to when NaNoWriMo starts, but I guess I'm going to be a pantser this year. I'm going to try this week to create a general idea of what I want to do, create character profiles and a general outline, just very, very broad, very, very indescriptive, very vague. So we will see how this goes. I don't think it'll go wrong. I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's just going to be an interesting story. There is a lot of science that I'm not able to do with it, so there are going to be some plot holes that I'm not going to be able to fill, which means that reviewing and editing is going to be very, very interesting, because there will just be a space where I'm just not going to be able to write anything and I have to figure it out later, which is totally fine. I still think that the story will come together very well, and I hope that it turns out well. So that's kind of what I did. Unfortunately, I was so excited about the story that I've been working on planning, but it's just not for this time. It's not for right now. I think that going in this year as a pantser will be a lot easier for me. just because of all the insanity that's going on with my life. Which if you guys would like a life updates video, please let me know down below. I will be happy to make that for you guys. But yeah, everything's kind of insane right now. Unfortunately, my project fell through, which is sad, and I'm upset with it. But yeah, so let me know down below if you guys are participating in NaNoWriMo and what your project sort of is about. My profile for NaNoWriMo will be down below, so definitely add me as a buddy or a writing partner, writing buddy, whatever it's called. I don't quite remember at the moment. So definitely add me there. Comment down below what you're doing for NaNoWriMo. Like this video if you like to see my NaNoWriMo updates, and subscribe if you'd like to follow me on this adventure. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.